Honestly, what could I possibly say at this point regarding one of the most stylish rappers in history? And this man goes by many stage names, and of course, your boy Colossus Rating even made a video about him in his top 10 band videos. And I'm talking about the legend MF Doom and his involvement with Adult Swim. There would be countless hours where, I would personally listen to many of his albums, starting with his greatest hits, Food, Take Me to Your Leader, and of course, my personal favorite by him would be Vonda Them Villain. And they got me into his music. So, I'm sorry I got a little sidetracked there, back there I mean, but my beat. So, let's get back to the subject at hand regarding his newfound stage name of Danger Doom for his involvement with Adult Swim. So, without further ado, let's dive into the rise and fall of Danger Doom. So let's get started on where the concept of Danger Mouse was created by MF Doom, aka himself or whatever. And it all began in a collaboration on a Soulful Distortion from Prince Bo's The Sickness, Danger Mouse's remix of 07 Somersault, and the classic track November Has Come from the Gorillaz from their studio album Demon Days. And if you haven't heard any of these tracks, I urge you greatly to give them a shot, seeing as these are considered classics for anyone interested to get into the underground hip-hop scene. But anyways, Danger Doom would be approached by Adult Swim to make an album consisting of its late night shows. These shows include Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Space Ghost to Coast, The Brock Show, and even Lois Griffin from Family Guy. And this would have been known as one of the biggest crossovers in hip-hop album. So it was pretty hyped when it was announced in 2005. And funny enough, Master Shake, Frylock, Meatwad, and even Carl, his goddamn last name, I'm not gonna fucking pronounce that, had some verses, but mostly Master Shake would find a great deal of his time spitting to some fire, but ultimately failing, which is pretty funny as shit. So go listen to it after this video for a great chuckle. And I'm sure most people who remember this album would have to be in their early to late 20s by now to greatly appreciate the material on this album. And if you're not too familiar with these shows, this album may be considered kind of cringy, seeing that these shows in hand are a big part in kind of the gimmick, seeing that, it was a rap album, Adult Swim, combine the two, and it was fucking dank. And the album was so good in itself that it won the Best Hip Hop Album of the Year by PLUG Independent Music Awards for their album. So after this great success and this award that was given to Danger Doom, Adult Swim wanted to of course continue the relationship with him. So after this there was an EP named Occult Rhythm, which would be a free download at Adult's website on May 30th, 2006. So after this there would be a second album announced named The Misty Notebooks Rhyme, but this would ultimately be the downfall for Danger Doom and Adult Swim. And it's a bit strange seeing how this project has ended without an explanation by the man himself. And there's a quote from Adult Swim saying that Adult Swim is ending our relationship with Doom, and thus the remaining Misty Notebook rhymes will have to remain missing. Very funny, guys. I see what the fuck you did. And we are glad to have the chance to provide the previous free tracks to our fans. The 7, I believe there was only 7 that were released to the public, and the rest of it was gone without a trace, so it's kind of a shame. And there were many speculations on why this project has ended so briefly, maybe due to the fact that some of these tracks that were to be released were already in the previous album, so maybe Danger Doom had been too lazy to not record any new material. So, but that's only a speculation, don't quote me on that, seeing as, he himself, MF Doom, has not stated anything, which is fucking very strange. But there's something very interesting that was found in the Misty Notebook rhymes, seeing that there was a title track named 7 that was embedded within the source code for Adult Swim's hosting page, which read as, "It's All a Lie, Doom featuring Jason Marco." And with the latter name of a semi-correct reference to Adult Swim's vice president in the previous statement that I read to you, it had occurred right after this. So maybe that this was a big part of the publicity to promote this album, The Misty Notebook, and nothing came of it due to the fact that maybe MF Doom had pulled out from the project halfway. But the strangest thing that occurred is seeing that MF Doom had already sent all 15 tracks to these producers on Adult Swim, and he even stated that his alter ego Victor Vaughn would make a return for this new album. But luckily for us, there was at least 7 tracks that can be accessed on YouTube right now, and if you haven't listened to it, please do, because it's real good, and it makes me sad that we're not going to get the rest of the tracks unless this video gets outdated and then released either today or tomorrow, since 2020 has been kind of a shitty year for everybody. But that's about it for this little history lesson of the rise and fall of Danger Doom. But before I end this video, and I see that the holidays are coming very soon, that there's this awesome video that was archived by a channel named Stone Throws. So I'll be playing this for you lovely viewers. So I'm Crisper, and I'll see you in the next video. And take care of your loved ones, keep watching our stuff, and have a great holiday. See ya.
June, I'll be hosting a whole night of holiday shows on Adult Swim, ho-ho-hoing and things of this nature. We have Grandma coming through on the strength. If she get here in a reasonable hour. We have a couple of scriptures from the good book, I believe. Oh, yeah. I'm your holiday host on Adult Swim.